Hey you guys, so I'm getting ready to go into the live stream in just a second. I'm actually making some tea. Oh my lord, we do not need a close-up like that on me today. I am still very, very sick. I think I'm gonna have to get an antibiotic. I have now been sick for like 3 days. And I just actually, it's 8 o'clock, and I just actually got up from a nap. And I feel a little bit better, but like I'm about to sneeze, I can tell. And I'm making some tea right now, and I'm just really over it. I'm tired of being sick. But I'm trying to keep up. I should have been vlogging all day today, but to be really honest with you, I went into my office for like an hour, and then I ran to the post office and I uploaded this video that I made because I'm trying to keep up with stuff. There's my orange emergency that I've been using, and then I did the apple cider vinegar like everybody told me to do, and now I'm drinking tea. Here, I'll show you. Lemon zinger tea. I'm just going to make it in the Keurig. So, and then after I get done with my YouNow stream, I'm going to go get something to eat because I feel like I should be eating. I don't really know what I want. Alex, and I don't have any appointments tomorrow or Wednesday, which is great because I can just sleep. I'm not going to go in and write in my office. I'm not going to do anything. I wanted to make a comment. Somebody said something in my video the other day. They said something about Alex is always out with your girlfriends and you guys are never together, which is totally not true. Alex always asks me to go out. Whoever sent me this chapstick, I cannot remember. Maybe Ricky. This Carmax, I absolutely love it. Alex always asks me to go and includes me. I choose not to, and it was a very conscious decision that I made several years ago. I'm just saying this because somebody brought it up, and I thought they probably are interested about why I don't ever go out. Our first, 4 years of our relationship, I was out every weekend from Thursday to Sunday. Because of my ex, I had real huge issues with trust. I felt like I couldn't leave Alex's side. If he was going out, I was going out. I liked going out, but I didn't enjoy my life. And so I enjoy my life now more being at home with the dogs, going out occasionally like with Alex and Melissa and Jason, or Tanya, or something like that. But it's not super fun for me to go out to the bars every weekend. And then the other thing is that because I don't feel like a necessity to go out anymore, when I do go out, oh, thank God. Does your Keurig ever run short and not make the amount of water, the amount of cup you want? This time it made it perfect. But then when I do go out, I have a blast because we also have this coffee maker that my cousin Caroline got me. It's awesome. See, the perfect cup of coffee. But then when I do go out, I really enjoy it because I haven't been out for a while. If that makes sense. You guys are probably like, oh, okay, whatever. But no, seriously, because I don't enjoy going out as much as I used to. I know it's stupid, but I just don't, I don't know. I mean, at 44... I just feel like there are better things that I like to do. But Alex just very much still enjoys it, and that's okay. It kind of depends on the time of year, too. October and November. October, we seem to, do a lot of, bonfires and things together. I'm lighting candles. And then... Hold on. These right here are my favorite candles. I wish I had 10 of them. They're from Anthropology, and they're called, I think they're Capri candles. They're $30. Well, how much? It says on the bottom of them, $28, but they last. Can you smell it? You see? They last forever. I love them. But anyway, and then around Christmas, I mean, Alex just doesn't go out at all during that time. And so I totally, look, I had all this shit in the drawer and I totally rearranged it. I'm so proud of myself. But anyway, so yeah. And then like in the summer, like if I'm gonna go out, I tend to go out more in the summer or spring. Like that is when I go out. Really the summer. Because really I'm still 21 years old and I like to lay out by the pool during the day. And then go out on the weekend. Are you guys like that at all? I can't, this will not fit up here. I'm gonna lose my camera if I do that, but are you guys like that at all? What is on the side that's blinking? My new candle review. My new candle scent and wax cubes. I love these so much. I'm obsessed with them. Is a fresh cut Fraser. I'm like really love the pine ones. I don't know why, but like I'm obsessed with the pine ones lately. But these are not as strong as the Christmas ones, so I'm gonna have to find some Christmas ones. When I go out to eat later, I might get some more. I'm thinking about doing more story times on my other channel. Did I tell you that? I need to make a note of what I want to do with my video tomorrow. I'm actually still uploading, see? I'm uploading my video from yesterday. So, here I'm gonna Jimmy rig this up and see if this works. Oh look, it does. I have 2 fun videos for tomorrow, my main channel, so I hope I feel better. Anyway, I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people are like, you don't ever go out with Alex, aren't you home alone and stuff? No, I love being at home. I love being with my dogs. Sometimes Alex and I, when we're home together, like if we're watching a movie, that's great, but if we're not, it kind of like, he likes to watch his shows, and so I just kind of, that's why I go with Tanya sometimes and stuff, because Alex doesn't get a lot of time to just kind of, he has so many different things going on. Like tonight, so Alex used to dance for the Fever. Have I talked about that on here? Fever! The Fever is a women's basketball team. And Alex used to be one of the dancers. You know, like cheerleader dancers, but like that. So he is actually tonight doing the auditions for it. Or doing the, whatever you call it. Like he's not auditioning, but he's like judging the auditions. I'm setting up my live now stream as we speak. So Alex gets to judge like he gets to pick who is the new Fever dancers. And it's all hip hop. I don't know if you guys know that, but Alex is a trained hip hop dancer. Do you guys know that? Have I talked about that on here before? Oh. All right. I think I'm all set. Do I have my chopstick? I have my chopstick. I have my computer. Life is good. All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello. It's me. I'm still sick. I just made a decision that no matter how I feel tomorrow when I get up, I'm getting up and I'm trimming my beard and I'm gonna take a shower and do my hair and get dressed sexy and make the most of my day. I don't care how sick I am. I'm not wasting a day. Which is really interesting because I've gotten like so much done the last 2 days. Like Alex and I were talking about it today and he's like, you've been so sick for so long. I was like, I've been sick for like 3 days. I'm not like 2 weeks. And he's like, it feels like you've been sick forever. And I was like, no, it's been like 3 days. He's like, well, he's like, I know. It's like, I said, I wish you could just stay at home. And he was like, I know, but one of us has to go get some stuff done. I was like, I don't know, I maybe had a little bit too much attitude in me because we had just watched Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I was like, what do you mean? I said the last 2 days I've like read, made videos, gone to the library, done bills, did this, done that, went to an attorney's appointment. And, like, I've done so much shit, even though I'm sick. Like, being sick doesn't stop me. But I want to, like, feel good tomorrow. So many people have given me suggestions on how to, like, get better, so thank you so much. I've actually taken quite a few of the suggestions. I've been doing the apple cider vinegar, and I went and bought a bunch of that emergency stuff, and I've been drinking that. It doesn't really seem to make me feel a whole lot better, which is interesting to me that I'm, like, flooding my system with vitamin C, but I don't know. I just think that I have the flu, honestly, and then I'm just going to have to get over it. Like, my dad, like, I know, you know, like, back in the day when I would call him, I'd be like, I'm so sick, Dad. And he'd be like, you're just going to have to get through it. Like, you know, my dad's not a big, as a surgeon, he's just not a big proponent of, like, medicine. I am going through to get a Diet Coke at McDonald's, so I have, like, a scab on the, like, edge of my finger. I don't know if you guys, if we've ever talked about this, but I'm very weird about my fingernails. Like, I keep them very, like, clean and, like, trimmed. Like, they're not, like, too short, but, like, I'm just really weird about my fingernails, which I think is, like, not a hereditary thing, but, like, don't worry, there's literally nobody out on the road, and I'm in a three-way thing. It's 1:15 in the morning. But, like, my grandma was like that with her nails, and then, like, my mom was like that with her nails, and now I'm like that with my nails, and my dad has, like, really perfect nails, which I think is great, because I hate, like, when you go to a doctor or a dentist and they have really creepy nails. Like, that just wigs me out. I don't like that. But anyway, Alex and I were talking tonight, and he was like, I really think that you should offer, like, the people that love your videos, like, some special exciting stuff. Like, you know, we're gonna vlog all through Miami and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, you know, like, more interactions with people, and, you know, so it's really more of, like, kind of like a fun reality show, like Real Housewives. I go, oh, so you're gonna be more in the videos and stuff. And he didn't say anything. I go, well, you can't say that and then, like, not be in the videos. I said, I mean, you're, like, such a huge part of my life, and I already can't show stuff about my sobriety, you know, so it's like, hold on, please.
Welcome, McDonald's.
Can I get a large Diet Coke?
That's it?
That's it.
Down there, first window.
Guess what? I have it right here. $1.10. This guy's so nice. You probably know him by now, too, because I come through here quite a bit.
What's up, bro?
How are you?
I'm good.
I don't need to change. Have a good one. So Alex is like, okay, I'll be in the video more. It was funny because, like, Trisha Paytas commented on one of my videos, and she was saying that, like, what she really liked, and then she came into my YouNow stream tonight, and she said what she really liked about Tanya in the videos was that Tanya was just so real, and that, like, Tanya doesn't, like, she's, like, totally unfazed by the whole YouTube thing, and so, like, which she is, like, she's completely, totally unfazed by YouTube, and, like, she is excited about it for me, that I like to do it, and that people like to watch my videos. Like, Tanya is, like, that friend that gets very excited for you, which I think is such a strong attribute. You know, like, do you have friends that get, like, very jealous of your, like, gig, like, whatever you're doing? And, I love this guy always wipes off the Coke so it's dry. Thank you. But do you have any friends like that that, like, never ask you about you, and they're like, so, speaking of, how are you guys tonight? They never ask you about you, and they're just very full of themselves, and, like, if something good is going on in your life, they're a little bit like they're kind of dream killers. Like, Tanya is, like, the one friend that I have, honestly, that, like, never questions. She's, like, always, like, so supportive of me. Like, whether if I said to her tomorrow, girl, I'm gonna become an amateur stand-up comedian, she'd be like, oh my god, I think you should totally do it. She's so supportive of me. She, like, suits up, shows up for everything. She's always right there for anything that I want to do. You know, I knew it would be a little bit of a selling to get her to want to be in my vlog, because she's just very, like, it's stupid. She's, like, insecure about things. Well, the same things I'm insecure about. But, you know, now that she's comfortable on camera, I like said to her the other day when we read the Craigslist ads, I was like, afterwards, I was like, when we were walking into Bob Evans, I was like, thanks for doing it. She's like, I love doing that stuff with you now. She was like, you know, so many people have asked Tanya and I to do a cooking thing, so we'll have to do a cooking thing where she shows me how to make a meal some night in her kitchen. And then her husband, Eric, the other day, they were at the kennel working, like, late at night, and they were doing cabinetry or something, and he goes, tell Peter to come over here and film his TV show. Film his TV show. Isn't that cute? Her husband is so awesome to me. He's almost kind of like a second dad. He's helped me with so much stuff. He's just such a nice guy. Such a good-hearted guy, hard worker. And, Tanya has been so helpful to me with my relationship because she and her husband are the same age difference that Alex and I are. I mean, her husband, Eric, is older than her. So, she's given me a lot of suggestions, you know, and like, it's really weird. Like, people always are like, God, there's 12 years difference between you. Like, it doesn't really seem like there's any age difference between us. I mean, and the things that, like, are differences are, like, things that, like, they're almost kind of like pretenses that I put on myself. Like, if I don't want to go do something, I'll be like, you know, Alex, most 44-year-olds my age aren't going to do these things because they aren't married. You know, and when they do marry younger, that younger person just has to kind of, like, saddle up and become, like, a 44-year-old. But it's usually things that, like, I don't want to do, so instead I could just go, no, babe, you go, I don't want to go. You know what I mean? Like, instead of, like, that's what I used to say, I don't. Now I just go, you go, and have fun doing it. But, like, my friends are always like, I can't believe at your age you're going to music festivals. I'm like, why not? Like, are we dead at 40? Like, seriously, it's so sad. I was actually thinking about this earlier. I kind of wanted to have a purpose for my vlog tonight. And I was going to say that, you know, I really think, like, if each of you out there, and I really need to think about this too, like, if you have, like, one dream that you really want to accomplish, you know, like, what is that one dream? And, like, what do you want it to be? Like, and just pick one for right now, okay? Because, like, I think mine for so long was writing a book and getting it published. And then what happened was, after I did that, I kind of, like, just stopped dreaming for a little while. I was like, okay, well, now I'm at the top of that mountain. I guess I'll just sit and relax. You know, and Oprah says that, you know, when you get to the top of the mountain, you need to dream a bigger dream. And so what is your dream? You know, is your dream to, you know, get in the body of your dreams and health-wise, or to find a relationship, or to accept the fact that you're happy alone, or to get over an ex, or to write a book, or to be in a play, or be an actress or actor, you know, or finally set up that, you know, perfect Match.com account. I mean, like, what is your dream? And let's take the next week on really focusing on that dream, like, thinking about it all day long, writing down ways that we could get that accomplished. You know, I'll ask you in my vlogs, how are you doing on your dream? You know, I did this thing years ago when I was still, like, in, like, everyday practice. I was gonna call it the Dream Project, and I actually did it with one person, and I'm about to sneeze. Don't you hate when you feel like you have to sneeze, but then it won't come, and then your eyes just water, and then, oh, I hate that. But anyway, and what I really wanted was to get, like, somebody that, I don't have any Kleenex in this car. Damn it. I didn't bring any Kleenex with me. But what I really wanted was, like, one client, and I wasn't going to charge them, that would come to me that wanted to, like, accomplish some huge dream, like be a movie star, or... And we were going to come up with a plan and a journey on how to get there, like, within a year. Excuse me. And all the things that they could do to get there. Because I really do believe that. Like, I do believe that if you follow a certain path and you do a certain thing, like, you will end up there, or you'll at least end up where you're supposed to be by doing those things, you know? And like I've said before, I believe that the journey is the destination. You know, so, like, if your dream is to be an Oscar-winning actress, And we're like, okay, so what things do you need to do to get there? Well, I need to take acting classes. I need to build my confidence through the acting classes. I need to maybe get a makeover because I don't feel very good about myself. I need to maybe get into shape, lose some weight, and start going to the gym so I feel better about myself. I need to eat healthier, you know. And then at the end of the year, well, maybe you're not an Oscar-winning actress, but wow, you've improved your life. You know, you feel better about yourself. Isn't that pretty incredible? I should just go in somewhere and buy a box of Kleenex. This is ridiculous at this point. Do I have anything in here that I can use? It's like a pseudo Kleenex. No. Why, if you are sick, would you not bring Kleenex with you? That is like idiocy. I think I might have some in my hoodie. I don't. My mother... Like, Alex thinks it's so funny that I use, like, bathrobes and, like, flannel robes and stuff. I have so many robes. I have, like, 6 robes. But, like, my mom, every night, like, she slept in, like, a long... Well, she usually... Well, like, the last 5 years of her life, my mom always wore, like, pajamas. Like, short sleeve pajamas that buttoned up, like matching pajamas like Betty Davis. True story. God, why don't I have any Kleenex in here? Are you ready? I'm totally going to use a receipt. You know you're desperate. Oh my God, that hurts so bad. Ugh. Ow. But anyway... But she would always wear, like, that, and then she'd wear, like, a short robe that, like, came to her knees. But, like, before that, my mom used to always wear, like, long nightgowns, like, down to her ankles, and then she would wear, like, a robe very tightly, like, do you know what Lands nightgowns are? I think it's Lands, isn't it? L-A-N-D-S. Not Lands End, Lands. And she would have, like, the matching nightgown and robe. They're like cotton. And they have these really cute designs all over them. And then she would, actually I have a funny story about the robe that she used to wear towards the end of her life. But, like, before that, she would always wear that Lands nightgown and robe and slippers. And she would sleep, actually, in the nightgown and the robe. Like, the robe tied. And, like, I would always, like, when I was, like, if I went over there and she was sick and I was trying to help her or whatever, I always, like, Kleenex in the pocket of a robe. I don't know what impression you guys get of my mom. Like, my mom died when she was 64, so, like, she looked very young when she died. Like, my mother was not an older woman. She was not elderly. She was just, I mean, she looked like she was 45, 50. I mean, not 45. She looked like she was 50. She looked young. And she had platinum blonde hair, and she was very stylish, and, so I miss my mom, but, like, in some ways, I'm kind of happy that I never had... I don't think, like, if I'm being completely honest, my mother would not have made a very good old person. She would have been very fearful. I think she would have ended up in an assisted living program probably at this point by now. If what had happened hadn't happened. And I just think she would have been upset that she was a burden on people, and I just think she would have been very scared, and financially and everything else, even though she had no need to be, I think she would have been. So I don't know, I think, like, the world works in weird ways. I was thinking the other day, though, that, like, my mom and my aunt loved Easter so much, and I was like, no Easter this year, like, no Easter dinner. Unless my cousin has it, which I doubt she will. And Alex's mom is very religious. She's Catholic, but I doubt that she'll do, like, an Easter dinner for us. I don't think we typically do that. We typically go over to my aunt's house. I don't remember what we did with my mom, because it's been 9 years coming up in May. But my mother loved Easter. Easter was her favorite holiday. And Palm Sunday. She loved the Palm Sunday service. The church. The kids would walk down with the palm fronds. She loved that. And And she went to all those services, like Ash Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, and all those. She went to all those. But anyway, as my mom got older, okay, so I've told this before in here, but my mother was absolutely obsessed with the movie. God, I just read the book last year. Why can't I go? Fight Club. She thought that okay, so my mother was a Christian, but she believed a lot in Eastern religions like Buddhism, okay? And in fact, one of her favorite books was a book called Living Buddha, Living Christ, and it was about how Christ and Buddha were like figures that, like, their mission was the same. And she believed that, I think, to some degree. She loved Eastern religion and Eastern philosophy and Eastern literature. She loved all of that. So anyway, my mother was obsessed with the book Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. Why can't I pronounce his name? I did a whole reading group on his thing last year. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And I want to say, why can't I pronounce it? I know there's like 50 people shouting it at me. But anyway, he wrote Fight Club, Invisible Monsters, Haunted. He's written like 20 books. We were going to read them last year, and then I just stopped. But I did read Fight Club. So anyway, my mother loved the book. She loved the movie. She loved Brad Pitt. She thought he was the most gorgeous man ever. And if you've seen the movie, in the movie he rides, when he's Tyler Durden, he rides this bike around the house, and he wears this old blue, what do you call it, terry cloth robe that has teacups on it, like coffee cups and teacups. My mother wanted this robe so bad, so I went to Talbot's and I had them order it for her, the exact same one that he wore in the movie, and I still have it in my basement. So she got that robe, and she wore that with her shorty pajamas towards the end of her life a lot. And then she had like this purple robe too that I remember her taking on vacations, but it was very like, it was like short and not like big. I remember when my mom, gosh, she'd be so embarrassed. I'm like, now, like that my aunt is gone, I can tell like all these stories. I was actually thinking about this last night. I may have even mentioned it on my vlog, that like I have all these stories I can tell now that like there's no one to get upset about it anymore, you know? But when I would have to take my mom to like, so she got sick at the end of January. Okay, so the story is there's somebody that watches, there's somebody that I know that has similar symptoms to what my mom had, and it's a conscious decision that I don't want them to think that they're going to pass away. Okay, so my mother had, that's why I don't mention the disease. My mother had Wegener's vasculitis granulomatosis, okay? And what it is it's an autoimmune disease. It does not have to be fatal, but it was caught too late. And it typically attacks one area of your body. And with my mother, it attacked her kidneys, and she actually died of kidney failure. So by the time they caught it and figured out what it was too late. It was riddled through her body. And she was on dialysis for a month. She was in a coma while she was on dialysis. It was a mess. So, but anyway, before that, when she was in and out of the hospital, in and out, they thought it was dehydration, they thought it was this, they couldn't figure out what it was. I would have to take her to these doctor's appointments. And so, like, I remember this one time I went over there and she was, like, so out of it. Like, she just had no energy, right? And she couldn't get out of bed. And I was like, okay, she was like, I need you to put together my outfit for tomorrow to go to the doctor's appointment with Kathy, her sister. And I was like, okay. You've seen my bedroom, so it's the same bedroom because it was my mom's bedroom. And she said, go in the closet, and she goes, get me out. And my mother had like a velour like running suit. She was like, give me that like light blue velour running suit. It'll be comfortable. I can wear it in there. And I said, okay. And then she was like, get like a brand new white T-shirt to like got her. She always had like these running suits and T-shirts, so I got her that. And then she was like, and I'll just wear my like running shoes or whatever. And then she was like, can you go in there and you need you to get me like a bra and panties, but I want it to be brand new and clean. My mother was very weird about this. Okay, like, you know that old school thing, like if you're caught in a car accident, like make sure you have clean underwear on. Okay, like my mother was very much a believer of that, okay? But like going to the doctor's office, she was very, so I'm like going through, I'm like, okay, my mother had some gorgeous underwear, okay? But she would buy things on sale and then she would save them. Like I talked to you about how my mom was like such a clearance person. Like, so she would go to Victoria's Secret and she would buy like gorgeous lingerie, not like, I'm not talking like boudoir lingerie, but like gorgeous panties and bras. And she wore wire bras, but like she would save them. I don't know why. Like, because she thought she would wear, like, the same thing as like, Alex and I found in my mom's closet, because we literally, she had a California king-size bed. She's 5 foot. I don't know why. And so Alex and I sleep on the same bed that my mom slept on then. I'm not stupid. I'm not throwing away a California king-size bed when I had a double. So we went in the closet, like, or this was before Alex moved in there. I found comforter, blanket, duvet cover, sheets, everything, Halston. And I was like, when did she buy this? Like, an entire Halston sheet set, okay? Like, that Alex and I have used. And it's like, it can be masculine or it can be feminine. It's these, like, white and yellow flowers. They're gorgeous. So, anyway, we use them from time to time. They're really more, like, summery. She would just save stuff. So, anyway, I remember I was in there getting her underwear out. And like my mother being the single mother of a gay son, like all like pretenses of any kind of, I don't know, uniformity like went away long ago. Like we just have a very deep conversations that they're not very guarded conversations. So me going rifling through my mom's underwear drawer is like not any big thing. So anyway, so I'm going, like, she didn't care. So I'm going through there and I'm like, okay, Mom, which underwear do you want? And I'm like holding up this underwear and I remember she had like this like nude underwear that had like lace on it and like this, like, it was like light blue. It was like matching pair, but like 2 different colors. And she was like, oh, no, that was from Victoria's Secret. She's like, I don't want to waste that. That's too pretty. And then I was like, okay. And I like pulled out and then she literally had the 7 days of the week. She goes, oh, no. I'm not wearing the days of the week. Don't do that to me. She was like super embarrassed. She was like, don't do that to me. So I go down to this drawer, the next drawer, and I open it, and it is literally, my mother is 64, okay? All thongs. I go, Mother, what is this? She goes, I don't really want to have this conversation with you right now. I said, what are you, Mother? I mean, you have all these thongs in here. She goes, she goes, Peter, I'm 64 years old. I'm not sleeping with any man. I'm not dating any man. She goes, just get over it. She goes, your mother wears thongs. They're 10 times more comfortable than other underwear. I go, no, they're not. I mean, these were not string thongs, okay? These were like those kind, you know? She goes, Peter, they are. She goes, trust me, any woman that's real honest with you will tell you the thongs that are like the wider thongs, not like the string thongs. She's like, are more comfortable. She's like, you feel like you're not wearing any underwear at all. And she's like, and I can't go without underwear on, so I wear those. I was like, okay, well, do you want one of these? And she goes, oh my God, no, you're not sending me to the doctor in a thong. What? She goes, just get me a pair of great, like, or new granny panties, and that are brand new out of the package that I would wear, like, you know, under a suit. And she was like, in a matching bra. She's like, just bring that over here and set this on top of this outfit. I'll never forget that. And then what was so weird was that was at the 1st of February. My mom passed away in May, and when I planned the funeral in the state of Indiana, I don't know if this is like this in every state, but you have to bury somebody in underwear, and it has to be new, okay? So I, of course, had to go through the whole underwear thing again, and I remember my friend Liz was over there, and we got laughing so hard because I had told her the story, right, when my mom was sick. Do you ever have those things where you, like, laugh, cry? Like, it's so funny, it's like, so sad, it's, like, funny, and then, like, you're having, like, I think that's so healthy and grieving. You know, when you can laugh about it, because, like, listen, none of us are going to be here forever. You know, I mean, it would be wonderful to think that we were, but none of us are going to be here forever. You know, we are going to die. Some of us believe that there's an afterlife, some of us don't. It's whatever to you, but, like, the reality is, get used to mortality, because you are going to die, and your loved ones are going to die. And so when we're going through that grieving process, to be able to stand there in the bedroom and laugh at the days of the week underwear, I think is fantastic. I mean, at least for me it was. It was cathartic. And actually, the day before my mom's viewing, my friend Liz and I and my friend Marianne, we put together these CDs of all of my mom's favorite music, and we drove around and we listened to the music and we laughed and told stories, and it was like the best. It was just absolutely the best. Those two were so wonderful for me. Tanya was in Florida. She called me and she was like, do you want me to come? My mom, Tanya literally flew to Florida, and that night, my mom died. And, I mean, we knew we were taking off life support, but we didn't know until, like, Tanya left that we were doing it that day. It was supposed to be like 2 days later. And Tanya goes, do you want me to come home? I said, no, you deserve your trip to Florida. And every time I have had a major crisis in my life, this is a true story, Tanya has been in Florida. Like, so she's leaving for Florida tomorrow. I'm panicked. I'm like, or on Wednesday, she's leaving for Florida. I'm totally panicked. Because every time she goes to Florida, something happens. So, you heard it here first. God, I have rambled now for 26 minutes. People are like, how do you do that? I just love it. I love retelling stories. I love talking to you guys. I felt really sad today because I got on Snapchat and I was going through them, and I just, like, every time I would get like 4 in, I got so tired that I would just kind of like fall asleep in bed. So I apologize for not being able to keep up with social media as great today, you guys. And somebody actually made a comment on my video yesterday, and they said, and it was on my other channel, it was on my main channel, and they said, you got 67 comments on this video, you think that you could have at least answered one? And I think a lot of people will be like, but I was like, that's absolutely right. I got 67 comments. 67 people were kind enough to leave me a comment on my video. And you guys, listen, I have no excuses, okay? I would love to sit here and act like my life is so busy, but you guys know that that's not the case. My life is pretty full, but I don't have any excuse for not commenting on videos, and so I'm going to try to do a better job at it. But listen, I'm begging of you, don't get your feelings hurt if I answer some and not others, because it really is just a timing thing, and who I see come up at that moment. I love you all. You guys know that it means the world to me that you even watch my videos, and I feel like we're, you know, doing this thing together and on this journey together, and it's so fun. And I was telling Alex tonight, I was like, you know, I've like vlogged for 72 days in a row. Like, I never thought I would do this. And I really, to be honest with you, 72 days ago, never really thought that I would have like a group of you that watched and interacted with me and like remembered things. It was so funny because I mentioned in a video the other day on my main channel that I used to have this, like, do this voice for Pee-Pee when Pee-Pee was assistant. He had an assistant because he was like this aging child star, and I said Dorothea, and like 4 people were like, it was Deborah, and I was like, how did you remember that? And like all of them were like, you've talked about it in videos before, and I would be like, Deborah. Like, I think that is so awesome that you guys remember that. Like, that is so cool. So you guys are my memory a little bit. Thank you for that. And I just love doing this thing with you guys. It's so much fun. It's not what I thought it would be, you know. I've met so many amazing people, and I just am so grateful for it. I'm just so full of love, you know. And now I sound like Phaedra on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So anyway, I love you guys. Make the most of your life. Identify your dream, because you're going to be following your dream the next couple weeks. Because if you don't, I'm going to get on your ass about it. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.